Hey everybody, it's Squid. Welcome back to the channel. The little one is right back here, calling it a day. So I had a stream planned for 8 o'clock where I was gonna do more of the Colin Griffith trial, and then I was like, my headache sucks. Toddler was toddlering today. We had a bathroom incident, and it was like I really don't want to stream tonight. And then I got a text message. Hey, have you checked Pacer lately? Ho, let me get on this. And I was like, I responded and I was like, I think this was what we were expecting. And then he was like, it's 13 pages. And I was like, oh, I got to read that. Make it a thumbnail now. So, like, if it was just 1 page, 2 pages, I'd be like, it's a typical judge's order. But this one is 13 pages. So we will get into this. How is everybody doing tonight? And since I am live, I might just redirect to my other stream and just do some more of day 2 of Colin Griffith since I'm already on the computer. I need to read the footnotes. I always read the footnotes. The footnotes is where the juice is. And if you hadn't catched my earlier stream, I did 2 streams today. First one, we did Colin Griffith the rest of day 1 and started day 2. The second one was with Captain Kern. You really need to check out that stream. That is a stream, everybody, that I really, really wish that everybody who watches my What the Hell stuff would pay attention to the Captain Kern videos, because that is probably right now the most important as far as like advocacy and like figuring out what went wrong in a trial and going through the documents that I think I've ever done in my life, let alone my my YouTube career. We are going through, Captain Kern and I are going through all the documents in the case of his daughter's tragic unaliving and why the person that is in jail for it is not in jail longer for it. I really think that everybody needs to get eyes on those videos. I think that it's what can we learn about our justice system and what can we learn as parents for this to not happen. Long story short, it was a DV kind of issue, and it led to some not good things, and she is no longer with us. So if you, my title of my video, I'll drop it, is A Father's Story, A Father's Love, Tessa's story. We are breaking it up into parts because it is very long. Every Thursday at 1:30, we are hanging out and we are talking about it. And I am so blessed that he is allowing me to share this story for him. All right, now that I got that out of the way, and that is something that I wish that like I really, really like, that I love doing this juicy stuff. It's funny to watch Bruce squirm, but like that is probably that right there is why I started a YouTube channel, to educate, to figure out what goes right and what goes wrong and what we can do better as people. So shout out to Captain Kern for being a strong person and letting me investigate and ask questions. All right. So this was filed today. This is an order from the judge. I thank you so much. And it is a little personal too, because Captain Kern is a friend of mine. So it's a little like it. I feel trying to do it respectfully. Tortious or tortoise interference. Well, I don't know. All right. Jeremy Hales versus John Cook and the rest of the bunch. You notice how he doesn't write out Michelle, Alexis, whatever press, yeah. They're just desperate to get more lawsuits and sanctions against them, aren't they? It's a thing. Oh, all right. An order. Plaintiff has sued defendants for defamation, violating Florida's RICO statute, and tortious interference. I'm going to say tortoise interference from now on just because it's in my head. So if I mess up, blame Puddletown. Tortious interference with business relationships, document 1. Defendants have moved to dismiss the RICO claims, counts 3 and 4, and the tortious interference with business relationships, counts 5 and 6. Plaintiff has responded in opposition. For the reasons below, defendant's motion will be granted in part and denied in part. Plaintiff's factual allegations, footnote 1. I like how he put the footnote in the title. This is great. According to the complaint, the plaintiff is a social media personality with approximately 700,000 followers on YouTube. Has anybody checked his latest YouTube count? Is it, because I'm pretty sure it's over 700,000 right now, because there's a bunch of people who had never heard of him, who have, like me, who now watch his channel occasionally. So, yeah. Oh, yes. Then, yeah, in my description, I put response to document 17. So, some of these followers pay for premium access to plaintiff's content. In December of 2020, plaintiff bought property in Levy County, Florida. The complaint alleges that the defendants, who were at the time fans of the plaintiff, purchased the property near his in October of 2021. So, okay. According to YouTube, 729. Hey, Mrs. Right is Right. How are you? At this stage, footnote 1. At this stage, the court assumes the allegations are true. Shabbat Shael Inc. versus something Miami-Dade County. School Board of Miami-Dade County. I told you I got a headache. 11th Circuit, 2022. I started streaming at 10 o'clock this morning, and I got done at 3. And I took a 45-minute break. So, like, I appreciate you. It's been a long, long day. It's trial time right now for Colin Griffith, the teenager that is unalived his mom in September of 2024. And the jury, this is where facts that the jury knows versus facts that the public knows are different. And this is one of the things that I explained in this case, how like everybody says, oh, the context of the last 3 years. This child, he is 17 now. He shot his father in Oklahoma, shot and killed his father in Oklahoma in 2023, February of 2023. The jury does not know that he killed his father. The judge will not they will know that he unalived somebody, but they have no clue the person's name or the relationship to him. That's why I stress it's not about what we know as the context, is what the jury sees. Because this 17-year-old unalived his mother a year after unaliving his father. It's all about what the jury sees, not about what we know. There's the problem. I haven't, but I get migraines at least. I mean, I was that person, when you see those migraine commercials when you're like 15 headache days a month. I had a headache every day for 3 years. So this headache is not like awful. It's just one of those nagging dull headaches, but I'm afraid that it's gonna like blow up, and I have so much work to do this weekend. So, and Marcus King, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. I love your streams. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate everybody who's here. Like, I couldn't do this. It can help offset migraines according to docs. Well, I haven't used my thing in a couple of days, my electrodes that I put on my neck, and I need to start doing that again. So I'm kind of doing this to myself. And Patrick, thank you for the $10 super chat. Don't forget to enjoy the day. Don't put this towards the hot garlic. Yeah, I'm not doing that tonight. I think that might either take my headache completely away or make it so much worse, and I don't want to take the chance. Oh yeah, for those folks that need to be updated, there were 6 counts filed against LP and JC. Counts 3 and 4 RICO counts were dismissed. This new document is over 5 and 6. Oh, can we see the Franco squid? I will break it out. I'm probably going to do a trial stream after this to keep going into day 2. And I will probably put it on so that I can, see if it helps. I'm not gonna do the front electrodes, because that one I literally look like a Klingon. So I'm probably just gonna do my BioWave in my neck. Since the VA sent it to me, I might as well use it because I used to use it every day. All right. Between December of 2021 and February of 2023, defendants allegedly created Facebook pages seeking donations to fund defendant Preston's nonprofit tortoise rescue. During that same time, defendant Preston would occasionally ask plaintiff for free merchandise and for help paying bills. In February of 2023, defendant Preston allegedly asked to attend one of plaintiff's fee-based meet and greets events free of charge. Plaintiff agreed, but plaintiff rejected defendant Preston's request to place a donation box for her tortoise rescue at the event. This is when things allegedly went off the rails. Have you ever got an MRI of your brain? I had a Chiari malformation. So my brain was herniated into my spinal canal, and every time I'd move my head, I'd basically put pressure on my brain. So I'm a bionic woman. I have a metal plate right here to keep my brain where it's supposed to be. It's kind of weird, but I can't wear headbands because of it, because my head is flat. I have no curvature to the back of my head anymore. Here to annoy you. You don't annoy me. You try, but you don't. After being denied the ability to seek donations from plaintiff's fan base, defendants Preston and Cook allegedly maliciously began threatening to do injury to plaintiff's reputation. More specifically, the complaint alleges that defendants Preston and Cook posted defamatory statements on social media about plaintiff. It is further alleged that in May of 2023, defendants Cook pulled a freedom seed thrower. I saw that, Captain Kern. Never. It's a titanium plate. It's not a chip. Bubbles brain MRI shows negative. Yeah, that's how I knew I actually had a brain. I saw it on, oh, no. It is not fun at the airport. The last time I flew, with the little, Mr. Squid couldn't come with us because of work, so I flew with her by myself. Well, it was just after hunting season, so not only did and we put everything in his truck to go to the airport. So not only did my stroller pop for gunpowder residue, and they had to swab my hands. I had breast milk at the time, so they had to test the breast milk. And I have them running their fingers through my hair to make sure that I don't have any sharp objects that I'm hiding in my hair. So yeah, and airports are not fun. So yeah, the last time I felt personally space invaded from hands being swabbed, hair being caressed, and the breast milk having to be tested for explosives because yeah. So I hate flying. And as of yesterday, and I will be doing, side note, I will be doing a short stream on the crash when the FAA gets more information, because I am a figure skater, or I was a figure skater before I moved to Georgia, and there's no ice rinks within 2 hours of my house. A lot of the people that died on that plane were figure skaters. The youngest was 11. There was a 12-year-old who were all coming back from Wichita. So I will be doing a stream potentially when I get more information about that, more on the FAA report. And I might see if Mr. Squid wants to do it with me, because he's the aviation expert in this house. Yeah. I understand they have to test it, but it's still invasive and it sucks. Yeah. So, all right. Getting back to this. It is further alleged that in May of 2023, defendant Cook pulled a freedom seed thrower, wireless hole puncher, and threatened that if plaintiff moved one step further, he will see something go bang. Plaintiff further claims that defendant Cook maliciously threatened to do injury to plaintiff's reputation, to extort a pecuniary advantage, and publicly stated falsely on Facebook that plaintiff's fiancé had a mouth hug with defendant Cook, and there were photos of this act. Uh, yeah, um, no, just the bottles. Jesus. Um, yeah, kind of talking about each one of them. I have the skating lesson on Facebook has posted as they get information about each individual family, they are posting about them. So I will be using that as possibly my, you know, yeah, and it's just one of those things of it's weird. It's weird. Sticky Widget, how are you? Good to see you. How are you enjoying that new wrench you got over on Megan's channel? How are you enjoying being part of the mod squad? Ah, all right. According to the complaint, in May of 2023, defendant Preston posted signs near plaintiff's property that falsely accused plaintiff of being a child arpist who had arped my daughter. Just to even allege that is like just to even put that on paper is just mind-boggling to me, because that is not something you want to joke about. Yeah, I used to work at an airport, so I worked at an airport for the first year that I was out of the military. So, uh, Megan has a headache. Yeah, I have a headache too. It's kind of with my headaches. Because I get them so frequently that I just have to suck it up because otherwise I'm never going to function. Like, meh. um, on May of 2023, or May 23rd, 2023, an attorney for plaintiff sent a cease and desist letter to defendants demanding that they stop the alleged defamation. In July of 2023, defendant Preston allegedly posted on social media that defendant Cook posted the signs, not Preston. Plaintiff claims that defendant's defamatory statements persuaded some of plaintiff's customers to stop supporting his social media business and therefore caused him to suffer damages. The complaint asserts 6 claims for relief. In the first and second claims, plaintiff alleges defendants are liable for defamation. In the third and fourth claims, plaintiff alleges that the defendant violates Florida's RICO statute. In the fifth and sixth claims, plaintiff alleges that defendants tortiously interfered with his business relationships. Plaintiff seeks damages, attorney's fees, and costs. Motion to dismiss standard. Defendants have moved to dismiss counts 3, 4, 5, and 6 under Rule 12b6 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. To survive dismissal under Rule 12.6 or b6, a complaint must contain sufficient factual matter accepted as true to state a claim to relief that is plausible on its face. Ashcroft v. Iqbal, 2009. The plausibility standard is met only where the facts alleged enable the court to draw the reasonable inference that defendant is liable for the misconduct alleged. Plausibility means more than a sheer possibility that a defendant has acted unlawfully. Where a complaint pleads facts that are merely consistent with a defendant's liability, it stops short of the line between possibility and plausibility of entitlement to relief. At this motion to dismiss stage, the plaintiff's allegations are taken as true and construed in the light most favorable to the plaintiff. Yeah, I'm ex-military too. Naval aviation. So I and Mr. Squid currently works in aviation as well as aviation in the military. So I have questions. I have lots of questions. My military side of my brain and knowing naval aviation and also working for a civilian aircraft company, and sort of knowing how things are supposed to work, and having friends that are air traffic controllers, how the hell this happened? So, Navy, hence the squid. So, you know. Uh, the complaint that this fails to plausibly allege a violation of Florida's RICO statute in counts 3 and 4. Defendants first argue that plaintiff has not plausibly alleged violations of Florida's RICO statute in counts 3 and 4. The court agrees. Florida's civil RICO statute is in Florida Statute 772.103 is intended to punish through civil penalties actions which are ongoing and criminal in nature. Ginsburg v. Leonard Florida Holdings, Inc., Florida 3rd District Court of Appeals, 1994. The statute makes it unlawful for any person employed by or associated with any enterprise to conduct or participate directly or indirectly in such enterprise through a pattern of criminal activity. Florida Statute 772.103, to establish a RICO violation, a plaintiff must prove the following. 1. Conduct or participation in an enterprise through 2. A pattern of racketeering activity. And RICO still confuses me to this day on like everything that's involved with it. And people keep telling me I keep reading stuff and I'm still stupid. It's one of those pieces of information that just won't stick. So, oy. A pattern of racketeering activity is present if the defendant is engaged in at least 2 predicate acts that have the same or similar intents, results, accomplices, victims, or methods of commission. De La Osa v. State, Florida 4th District Court of Appeals, 2015. Plaintiff has failed to plausibly allege that defendants committed at least 2 predicate acts as required to establish a pattern of racketeering activity. To plausibly allege a predicate act, a plaintiff must state facts sufficient to support each of the predicate act's statutory elements. Republic of Panama versus BCCI Holdings, Luxembourg. Interesting. 11th Circuit, 1997. Here, the predicate act identified in the complaint is extortion under Florida Statute 836.05. Extortion is a predicate act under Florida's RICO statute. And I think that's where they were trying to make the connection, but there's only one instance and not 2. I don't believe it was a standard training mission. I think it was an annual research, which means they've done it before. Hi, beautiful. Hi. There's nothing in there anymore. Sorry. She's looking for M&Ms. See Florida Statute 772.102, 1A26. But plaintiff has plausibly alleged that defendant's conduct satisfied the elements of extortion. He has not for the following reasons. Florida extortion statute prohibits utterances or communications that maliciously threaten to injure another person, property, or reputation with the intent to extort money or compel a person against his will to act or not to act. Caricarte v. State, Florida, 1980. Here, Angel. See also Florida Pattern Criminal Jury Instructions, Chapter 8, 8.23. Thus, the essence of extortion is a showing of a threat made maliciously and accompanied by a demand for money or pecuniary advantage. Alonzo v. State, Florida 4th District Court of Appeals, 1984. Looking at the complaint. You going to read this? I'm waiting for her to like for those of you who hadn't seen my earlier streams, we went to the pediatrician this week, and the pediatrician asked if I read to her. I'm like, not as many kids' books as I'd like to, but she hears legal documents almost every day. Does that count? I mean, yeah. I'm going to get her to say pecuniary, and I'm going to send a video to Tug. Say hi. Okay. Looking at the complaint, plaintiff has failed to plausibly allege that defendant's conduct satisfied the elements of extortion, allegedly lying about owning property, soliciting donations, and asking for free stuff from plaintiff does not constitute extortion. Similarly, allegedly making false and embarrassing statements about plaintiff does not constitute extortion. I agree with the judge. Although plaintiff has alleged that defendant Cook pointed a freedom seed thrower at him and threatened his life, the complaint has not plausibly alleged that his threat was accompanied by the intent to obtain money or coerce an action. Footnote 2. As opposed to the intent to scare or the intent to express hatred. The same is true with respect to defendant Cook allegedly saying that he had a mouth hug with plaintiff's fiance and has pictures to prove it. The complaint does not plausibly allege that this vulgar statement was a threat made with the intent to obtain money or coerce the performance of an act. Footnote 3. Similarly, the alleged allegations that defendants posted signs falsely identifying plaintiff as a child rapist are insufficient to state a plausible claim of extortion. The complaint fails to plausibly allege that these signs contained threats that were made with the intent to obtain money or coerce the performance of an act. Footnote 4. Okay, going back to footnote 2, because I always like to finish a paragraph so that I don't lose my place before I do a footnote. But then there was 2 more footnotes in in that paragraph. Without the judge seeing all the evidence, because everything has to be there to even come up with extortion, I highly doubt he's able to see every piece of evidence. It's not his place at this time. I kind of agree with you. Oh, and when I get a soundboard, her laugh will be on there, because it is infectious. It is infectious. Yeah. I'm not sure if it was there originally. I can't remember right now, but you bring up a really good point. Hey, Magic Angel. Footnote 2. For example, it is not alleged that defendant Cook pointed a freedom seed thrower at plaintiff and said, "If you don't let us collect donations at your events, then I will shoot you." Or "I will shoot you unless you stop posting videos on YouTube." Instead, what is alleged is a threat that is not connected to any fact showing an intent to obtain a pecuniary action or to coerce a particular action. Do you want to go hang out with Daddy? No? Okay. It's okay. Okay, we're not going to wrap that around our neck, though. Please. Because all I need you... all I don't need you to fall off my lap and accidentally, Instead, what is alleged is a threat that is not connected to any facts showing an intent to obtain a pecuniary advantage or to coerce a particular action. See Alonzo, Southern District at 1030. The extortionist must intend to damage the victim by coercing him and taking some action such as the payment of money against his will. See also Tomlinson v. State, Florida 3rd District Court of Appeals, 2021. In an extortion case, the defendant is driven by greed, not hatred. That's an interesting conundrum. Always. I was so mad today. I cleaned up toilet water. Daddy gave her a bath while I cleaned up toilet water. Because you can assume what she was doing. And I still... look at this face. Look at this face. Oh. Uh-oh, what? What? This judge loves footnotes, and he likes to make his footnotes very, very long. Defendant Cook's alleged conduct may have been criminal, but it was not extortion. And thank you, Sticky Widget, for becoming a new YouTube member. Welcome to Tentacle Nation. Yeah, what does pecuniary mean? Well, yeah, that's why she did it, was because I had her potty chair on the setup today, because we were going to start, try again. We had to. I mean, I love her so much. I don't remember life without her. What did we ever do? All right. Going back. So footnotes 3 and 4.
Mama?
Yes?
Mama?
Yes. That's my name. I haven't changed it. For example, it's not alleged that defendant Cook said, "You will give me $1,000 or else I will release the photographs of your fiance giving me a mouth hug." I feel bad even saying that, even the funny way, because, yeah. Or I will tell everyone that your fiance gave me a mouth hug and that I have pictures to prove it unless you move out of Levy County. Unlike these examples, in this case, there are no facts alleged that connect the defendant to Cook's vulgar statements to a threat made with intent to obtain money or to coerce action. And I have to check something really quick. I just got a notification and I just have to check something for somebody really, really super quick. Oh, okay, you're getting down? Well, that makes it a little bit easier. I just have to return a text super quick. There we go. Oh. And sorry, I had to reposition because she was sitting on my leg, and my hip was stretched out. I think I saw that. I saw it, and I didn't get the chance to read all the way through it today. But I did see it. Unlike these examples, in this case, there are no facts alleged that connect defendant Cook's vulgar statements to a threat made with the intent to obtain money or to coerce action. Footnote 4. For example, it's not alleged that defendants told plaintiff, "If you don't let us solicit donations at your events, then we will post signs claiming you are a child arpist." Nor is it alleged that defendants posted the signs that said, "Jeremy Hales is a child arpist, and we will continue to post signs like this unless he shuts down his YouTube channel." Laura Owens special. Yeah. Oh, I'm having the twins. Mouth babies. See, but that's like funny, and I this is not where I want to be funny, because it, like, when you know the person, it's not as funny. Slurping baby batter. All right. Although plaintiff's complaint recites the language found in the extortion statute, a party does not properly allege cause of action for extortion by alleging inconclusive form, which tracks the language of the statute, asks which lack factual allegations, and merely state bare legal conclusions. Ginsburg v. Leonard, Florida Holdings, Inc. Again. Finding that RICO claim should have been dismissed for failure to state a claim. See also Iqbal 556 U.S., stating that a pleading that offers labels and conclusions for a formulaic recitation of the elements of a cause of action will not do. Because plaintiff's complaint fails to plausibly allege two predicate acts committed by defendants, the allegations are legally insufficient to state a RICO claim under Florida Statute 772.103. Thus, counts 3 and 4 of the complaint will be dismissed. I mean, and that's probably fair. Like that, not probably fair. That sounds about right. This judge is pretty fair in the way he rules. It's very common sense. Just be glad it ain't as it isn't dues notes, or they'd be growing even bigger by the second. Ah, the complaint plausibly alleges tortious interference with business relationships in counts 5 and 6. Defendants also seek dismissal of counts 5 and 6 of the complaint, which allege tortious interference with business relationships. In their motion, defendants argue that plaintiff has failed to plausibly allege sufficient facts on each of the elements in a tortious interference claim. The court disagrees. Here we go. Here's where we will get a whiny. Anybody who does watch the hater channel, God bless you. I don't know how you stand it, but you're gonna hear some whining. I just know there's gonna be a meltdown. The elements of a tortious interference with business relationships claim under Florida law are the existence of a business relationship, knowledge of the relationship on the part of the defendant, and an intentional and justified interference with the relationship by the defendant, and damage to the plaintiff as a result of the breach of relationship. Ethan Allen, Inc., Georgetown Manor, Florida, 1994. Looking to the first element, plaintiff has alleged that he operates a social media business and has business relationships with the subscribers who pay monthly fees for premium access to his content. Although the defendants are correct that to prevail on a tortious interference claim, plaintiffs must show a relationship with a particular individual or entity, as opposed to a mere relationship with the general community, for purposes of the motion to dismiss, plaintiff has alleged sufficient facts to infer that this cause of action is based on more than a general business loss of plaintiff's relationship with the public at large. And that's the thing. If Jeremy, that's the awesome thing. If Jeremy didn't have the members and do members only stuff, this claim would not hold as much weight as it does. But the fact that he has members and he can literally go on YouTube and say, on this date, I had this many members, and on this date, I had this many members. And if he can show a drop that correlates with their, the signs or any other Facebook posts, there's the public at large becomes not so at large. So that's kind of a where YouTube and the members thing really does kind of help. Maxi Taxi of Florida, Inc. versus Lee County Port Authority, Middle District of Florida, March 31st, 2008. Denying the motion to dismiss where the plaintiff alleged a business relationship with their customers, which was sufficient to suggest that there were ongoing business relationships with specific customers. Footnote 5. We'll just go to footnote 5 real quick. Oh, footnote 4 or 5. There we go. Oh, the court would note that this is a close call. The court believes, consistent with Maxi Taxi of Florida, that plaintiff has alleged just enough to survive defendant's motion to dismiss on counts 5 and 6. But to avoid summary judgment, plaintiff will have to offer evidence of a business relationship with an actual and identifiable customer of which defendants had knowledge and whose, let's go all the way down here, relationship with the plaintiff they intentionally interfered. The court is somewhat skeptical that plaintiff will be able to offer such evidence, but the court believes the allegations, when accepted as true with all of the reasonable inferences drawn in plaintiff's favor, are sufficient for the tortious interference claims to proceed to the next stage of this litigation. Interesting. So Jerry better be producing some stuff because this judge is skeptical. Hey Max. Oh yeah. Yeah, and I really hope, and I'm sure they do, but I have not seen it, so I'm skeptical until I see stuff too. I really hope what they have is the metadata, and you can link those people back to the hater channels or whoever, you know what I'm getting at. Oh yes, thank you, Gabby. Yes, I do have Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App if you want to support the channel, but you also don't want to give your money to Google, which I completely understand. Um, yeah. Flash fan, it's a motion for in the What the Hales case. It came up suddenly and I was like, you know, so we will see. Sticky Widget, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Over to my modding duties for Fox, as Arnie would say, I'll be back. Tell her I said hi. Tell her I said hi. And Flash fan, I might do some of the case tonight and I might not. I mean, like reading is hard right now. And I don't know if I can just sit still. The Hales call customer support to ban those bidders and the haters cheering that they got banned on. Yeah, I hope they have all screenshots and I hope they have everything. Fleas were acting like this was a big, huge win. The case was dismissed. Bruce said he thinks it will be dismissed, but now they just have a good stuff to go after. So we knew that they were going to dismiss counts 3 and 4. The judge said it in an order like 3 weeks ago ish. So we knew this was coming. I just didn't think about counts 5 and 6, and that's what most of this is his official order. His an order and a footnote isn't good enough. All right. Okay. I had to think about where I was for a second. Yeah, the defamation is far more of a lock than any of the 3 of the 6. Yeah. And kind of at least one count is really all you need. So, as for the second element, plaintiff has sufficiently alleged that defendants knew that plaintiff maintained business relationships with his subscribers. According to the complaint, defendants were followers of plaintiff's social media business. Moreover, the complaint alleges that defendant Preston attended an event where plaintiff's fans paid money to meet him. There is also an allegation that defendant Preston asked plaintiff for a list of people who financially supported plaintiff's business. That's just bad for, like, that's just bad optics. Like, you don't ever ask somebody for their connections. Like, if they want to give you and offer information to help you, that's one thing, but you never throw yourself out there and like try to weasel into someone else's business that they've worked on. Like that's icky to me. Just whether it's illegal or not is not my point. It's like, ugh, gross. Like, Based on these allegations, plaintiff has plausibly alleged that defendants knew plaintiff had a business relationship with his subscribers. See Maxi Taxi of Florida. Finding that allegations regarding the defendant's knowledge of a business relationship were sufficient to survive a motion to dismiss. See also Woodward CM LLC versus Sunlord Leisure Products. That's definitely a Florida business. Explaining that general assertions of knowledge and allegations of the interference in the complaint were sufficient to plead tortious interference claim. And Robert, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. I appreciate you. And I promise I will be doing more members only stuff. I'm just seriously like drowning in content right now. We have 3 trials that I'm currently trying to do and not finding the time to do any of them. Yeah. Yeah, they can. And you can even get past a VPN with an IP address, but it takes a little bit more work. I might know somebody that can do that, but I can't physically do that myself. I'm not that smart. Moving to the third and fourth elements, plaintiff has sufficiently alleged that defendant intentionally interfered with his business relationships and damage resulted. According to the complaint, defendants Preston and Cook intentionally made false statements about plaintiff in attempt to persuade plaintiff's subscribers to no longer support him. And the complaint alleges that plaintiff's business has lost revenue because of defendant's conduct. When these allegations are accepted as true and the reasonable inferences therefrom are construed in the light most favorable to the plaintiff, the complaint has plausibly alleged that the third and fourth elements of tortious interference claim. Find What Investor Group view findwhat.com. Because plaintiff has plausibly alleged a tortious interference claim, the motion to dismiss counts 5 and 6 will be denied. For reasons above, it is ordered that defendant's motion to dismiss, document 17, is granted in part to the extent that plaintiff's Florida RICO claims, counts 3 and 4, are dismissed. Defendant's motion to dismiss, document 17, is denied in part as to plaintiff's claims for tortious interference with business relationships, counts 5 and 6. Gabby. Oh my goodness. So ordered this 30th day of January 2025. Yeah, so not much has changed, but now it's official because the judge put orders in footnotes, but we all know that that's, well, we know we should reasonably know that that's not sufficient, and he has to actually explain his decisions, otherwise they are appeal worthy. And by putting it in this nice long document, it is appeal proof. As long as his case law, which I'm assuming his case law is solid because I mean he's a federal judge. I mean he's got to have, yeah, he's a very young federal judge too. So that is that. So I am kind of tired. I am not going to do my other stream. I will see you guys at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning for the next Killer Kid, Colin Griffith, day 2. And then since tomorrow's Friday and obviously the trial will not be going on Saturday and Sunday, I will catch up with day 3 on Saturday and Sunday. So yes, Bubbles will appeal this as usual. We all know because it's just what he does because he can never take a loss sitting down. He has to complain all the time. So with that being said, I will redirect. There we go. Come on, YouTube Studio, stop being stupid. There we go. Have a great night, everyone. Please hit that like button on your way out. We are redirecting over to Megan Fox. So y'all tell her I said hi. Have a great night. I love y'all. And remember, hug your kids a little tighter. Tell people you love them because tomorrow is not promised. And tell someone how you feel about them today because you never know what tomorrow holds. Good night, guys.